Hey guys, happy Monday. So it is Monday when I'm recording this. This is not an assignment. I am clarifying and fixing a few things that Mr. Herring I didn't mess up on them, but I did not explain them well enough. So again, this is not an assignment. This is This is me clarifying or fixing part of your assignment from last week when you did the personal narrative map. So let's get into this. Don't worry, it'll be kind of quick, but I want to show you a different way than I showed you last week, okay? So this personal narrative map is to help you set up your story. Now, you notice how we have our 3 blocks up here. We have our characters, when, and where. Now, once you get this information filled in, when we start our rough draft, this is going to be 1 paragraph. Not 1 sentence, 1 paragraph, okay? Next, we have our first, next, then. So, I think some of you got it, some of you didn't. And that's okay. That's what I'm here for. So, what I want of the first, next, and then, I want you to think of it in different terms, okay? So, first, you will write an experience. Now, Mr. Herring is going to write the word experience very poorly. Experience, right? What is an experience? Well, an experience is something that you go through, that you do. It's what you experience, right? Okay, so that means that first, next, and then are all experiences of your main idea. So we talked that Mr. Herring was writing his own, right? Okay, so he's going to come to his outline or his map. I had to make my own, but that's okay. So we fill in the characters. Who were my characters? Do we remember? My wife, mom, dad, and me. Okay, so when does it happen? Last March. Okay. Where does it happen? Ooh, Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, so I'm going to remember my trip to Atlanta, Georgia, right? Okay, so I'm going to put my first experience. My first experience, one of the things I'd love to tell you about is my trip to, let's see, we went to, I went to the Atlanta Zoo. Okay, that's the first one. Now, what else did I do? Oh, I went to the Coke factory. Okay, there's my second experience. What's my third one? Oh, my favorite. I went to the Atlanta Aquarium. It's like one of the biggest aquariums in the world. It's really cool. Oh, that's a good detail. That's good detail. It is one of the biggest can't spell. Aquariums in the world. Okay. So it's one of the biggest aquariums in the world. I could even add on that it has hundreds of animals. Okay, so that's one detail. These are supporting details. So notice, I wrote an experience, right? So I went here, here, and here. Those are my experiences. Those are things I did. Now, just like I did here, you are going to fill in 3 details of each experience, okay? So you'll put my first experience, I went to the Atlanta Zoo. We went in the morning, and I was able to see them feed the hippos. That was pretty cool, have to say. Okay, so I went early in the morning and got to see the hippos. In the afternoon, I got to take a picture with a chimp. I did. It was kind of cool. He was right up on the glass, right? You probably put that in there too. Okay. So, and my next one, what's my final detail? That's for me to know. And I will show you this after I'm done. But I wanted you to see this is how we're using the roadmap. Some of you used it as like first this, next this, then this. I want some details added on to those, okay? All right? You're not just writing one sentence. This isn't a paragraph. This is a story, or you're making your own passage. So it's going to have multiple paragraphs. And in fact, it's going to have 5. You'll have your first one, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Let's talk about the finally real quick. So the finally, a lot of you who use like the sentences, and if we remember to the burger sentence, usually our conclusion, we're wrapping it up, right? So if I were to talk about my finally, I would probably say something along the lines of, finally, this was the best trip ever. I got to go and see really cool animals at the zoo. I tasted many different flavors of Coke at the factory. Also, I saw hundreds of animals at the aquarium. Okay. I want to go back to Atlanta as soon as I can. Okay, so you see, I wrapped up my ideas, right? Now, I didn't say this, but I did. I tasted 26 flavors of soda from around the world. Okay, so we notice that I stated, I made a statement. Finally, this was the best trip ever. Then I restate each one of my experiences, right? And then you end with a final statement. Okay? All right, guys. If you have any questions, you know how to reach me. I just wanted to clarify for you what my expectations were and how this can help you, okay? So remember, your experience, your details, how to wrap it up. All right, guys. Have a good day. I can't wait to see you this week. Bye. High five.